Hey K Nation, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kierraandrea, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how I did this makeup look. I don't know what I want to call it yet, but whatever y'all see in the title is what's going to be the name of it. But pretty much I went for a sunset theme, but I don't think that it's very sunset like, just because. And also I apologize because I was looking back at the footage while I was when I took a break, and I saw that you can't really see my eyeshadow colors. So I'm gonna be inserting, I don't know why I said it like that. I'm gonna be inserting little clips, I guess, or at least just one, so you can see how my eyeshadow actually looks, because for some reason you can't see it that well. And I realized that I forgot something in the look, so we're just gonna add it real quick because I forgot it. And that's just, oh, this is not the right brush. It's just some highlight under my eyebrows because I definitely forgot. And then my inner corners. Almost forgot the highlight. Y'all, how can you forget that? That's the most important part. I felt like I was forgetting something, but I didn't know what. So I think I'm gonna make this video voiceover maybe, depending on how much I feel like I want to edit. But yeah, this is the only part that I forgot. That's better. Yeah. So I didn't mean to make the intro so long. I just forgot about the stuff that I need to add. Sorry, checking my highlight, making sure it's okay. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this video. So as you guys can see, I've already done my eyebrows off camera, but now I'm just gonna go ahead with my Jocelyn Hill palette, and I'm gonna be taking this yellow shade. Sorry y'all, I really did not look for the names. I don't even know the names of the colors, but just know it's yellow, and I'm using that underneath my eyebrow. I don't know what it's called, y'all. I'm not a makeup tech, but that's where I'm putting it. Not a makeup tech, y'all get what I'm saying. Let me go. So now I'm going in with this pinkish dark purple shade. It looks a lot lighter on camera than what it is in person, but I'm putting this color on my outer corner and in my crease. I thought it would look pretty, so I kind of just went for it. So right here, y'all, I literally tried to attempt to do a cut crease. I don't know how well you can see it on camera, but it actually looked pretty decent in person. But on camera, it doesn't look that great. I guess it's because I'm not as close, but it doesn't look that great. And also, I don't use the white, I don't know what they call it, but it's white. The one that I use is tan. I think the color on the bottom says beige, but I prefer to use this because I feel like the color sticks to it better. It doesn't pop out as much just because it's not white, but I prefer to use this just because the color sticks a lot better. So now I'm taking the same color that I put on my outer corner and my crease, and I'm just blending the harsh line that the concealer left when I tried to do the cut crease. I hate that like fine distinct line where you can see where the concealer is and where the eyeshadow is. So I was trying to fix it because I don't like how that looks when you can just see the straight line. But I mean, you can kind of still see it now until I apply the eyeshadow and then come back in with the color that I put in my outer corner. So I found this really pretty shimmery gold that I put on my like inner eye on top of the cut crease that I did. It's a really pretty color. You can't see it that well on camera, but it looks really good in person. So like I told y'all before, I was gonna go back in and take the color that I put on my outer corner to blend with the eyeshadow that I just put on, because I hate that distinct line in between. So now I'm just trying to blend it out to get rid of that line. I really hate it when I get up close in the camera. I cringe every time, so I just inserted this little video so y'all can see how the eyeshadow looked in person instead of like how it looks on the video. And so yeah, I just put my eyelashes on so you guys can see. I got these eyelashes from my sister. I had them in my last video, but I'll link it down below because I think I forgot last time. But like I just did, I just sprayed my setting spray on my face. It really helps my skin not be oily. Like I can't stand oily skin, so I went ahead and I sprayed that on my skin. And I also go in with my Angel Veil primer, and I put that on my face. That also helps me not get oily. And when I tell you that combination together works so good, it works so good. I recommend it for anybody with oily and dry skin, because I feel like it helps my skin not be dry, but my skin's definitely not oily either. So now I'm putting on my foundation. I don't exactly know what color this is. Hold on, let me get it. So it's the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless Concealer, and it's in the color 360, and it's called Mocha. So this is not my normal foundation, but I had to use it for this video because I'm currently out, and as you guys know, Ulta's closed, and I don't know, I just haven't went anywhere to get it. But this foundation makes me look a little bit darker in person than what I actually am. You can't tell on the camera, but when I went in the mirror after this, to me I looked really dark, but I guess the ring light does a good job at lighting my face up, I guess, because I don't look as dark on camera as I do in person. So this is my absolute favorite part. I love going and putting on contour. Like, I just feel like contour makes my skin look so much better. I like that it defines my face and doesn't make my face look as round as it normally does. Like, normally my face looks like a circle or like a grape, and me using the yeah, I forgot what it's called. What did I say? With me using the contour stick, it looks really good and it makes my face look a lot skinnier, which I'm not trying to catfish anybody, but I just like the look of my face like being defined, and you being able to see my cheekbones since mine aren't prominent and they don't stand out. This really helps with that. Y'all, just look at this. Listen, I don't know how to contour my nose, and I have a feeling you're not supposed to put it like that. I watched the video last night, and I guess you're supposed to put it on like the bridge of your nose, and I put it on the outside, and I was like, why my nose looks so big? That's why. Don't be like me if you're watching this and try to follow this. Don't put it on the outside of your nose unless you want your nose to look a lot bigger. If you have a small nose that you don't like, maybe do that, but otherwise please don't do that. So now I'm just going to blend out my contour just to make sure that you can't see that like defined line of darkness with the other part of my skin, and just to make sure that my cheekbones actually look very nice. I want to look like Maleficent with my sharp cheekbones, because, you know, I forgot who actually plays her, but her cheekbones aren't actually that sharp in real life, but I want mine to look sharp like that, even though it don't, but it kind of does. So now I'm just going to apply the concealer to my face. This is not the concealer that I normally used to use. I ran out of that one, but I actually like this one a lot better because it doesn't give me flashback, but it's the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Fawn. This is the color that my sister uses, and she's a little bit lighter than me. But if I go any like a shade darker, it makes me look ashy. So this color works the best for me. It gives me the best highlighted look, and I really like it. And so now I'm just gonna go ahead and blend out my highlight. People used to tell me to do this with like a damp beauty blender, but I don't like that. I feel like it just smears it and it takes forever to like, I don't know, to like blend on my skin. I can't stand it. So I prefer to use the beauty blender dry because I feel like it works a lot quicker. So, I mean, if you guys have any other tips to use with the beauty blender, just let me know, because I do want to try something new. So now I'm going to be taking my Anastasia Loose Setting Powder in the color Golden Orange, and I'm just going to be putting that on my skin to bake. And if you guys watch my last video, you know that I normally don't like to bake, but this is the only other way that I can take an extra precaution to keep my skin from being oily. Like if I don't bake and I use those other two products, sometimes I could still possibly get oily depending on the weather. But when I use this, my skin doesn't get oily at all. And if it does, it's towards the end of the night. So now I'm just going to dust off all the powder. And one thing I like about this powder is that it actually comes off. Like I used to use this other powder, and I believe it was the Revolution Luxury Baking Powder. That thing used to make me so ashy and it would not come off. But as you can see, this one comes right off when you're trying to get rid of it, which I love. I hate when my powder doesn't come off and then it gives me flashback and I just look like a zombie. Now we're back at it again with the setting spray. You know I love setting spray and I actually use a lot of it, and that's why I run out of these things every month, because I'm always using all of it. So now I'm just going back in with the color that I had on my outer corner, and I'm going to be applying it under my eyes. I prefer for my eyeshadow to be on top of my eyes and under, because I feel like it makes my eyes pop more, especially when I have on eyelashes. And it also brings out the gold color that I put on my eyes. It makes it look so much better. So I recommend that if you're doing any kind of eyeshadow look, that you put some underneath your eye. Now I'm just adding a little bit of mascara to my bottom eyelashes, because I hate when I look like I don't have any bottom lashes. So I'm just adding a little bit of mascara to make them a little longer. My Fenty Beauty highlight. I normally don't use this one just because I feel like it can be too bright, and the color that I used was Hustler Baby, and I like it. It was a little bright for me, because if I don't really like bright highlight, I'm one of those ones who's like maybe a rose gold highlight, something that looks really good on my skin. But this one really popped, like you could see it on my skin, and I think that's what made me like kind of not like it that much, I guess, because I'm never used to my highlight showing as much as it did. So if you guys know any other highlights by Fenty Beauty that look good on darker skin, let me know. I'm not a big fan of this one. So now I'm just applying some chapstick because I hate when my lips are dry underneath matte lipstick. So I just added some chapstick to give it like a little bit of a base, so that way my lips won't be so dry underneath the matte lipstick. I mentioned this in my last video. I don't know what happened to my lip liner and the stores are closed, so I just take some eyeshadow and I take a really dark brown eyeshadow and I line my lips with that. I know it's not the best thing to do, but it's something that works for me and it gives me like the exact color that I want. So I normally take this and I use it when I'm wearing lip gloss. It doesn't move out of place or anything like that. It doesn't spread all over my lips, but this is a good alternative if you're out of lip liner. So now that I've applied the lip liner, I'm just gonna like dab my lips a little bit because for some reason this liquid lipstick that I use, if your lips are any type of oily or greasy, it will not dry. So I just dab my lips off a little bit. But if you're wondering what color this lipstick is, this is a MAC liquid lipstick and it's Kierraandreamanagement. And the type of brand, well not the brand, but the line that it is the Retro Matte Liquid Lip Color. I love this. This was my like go-to color in high school. Like if you ever saw me with makeup and I had on lipstick, this is what I wore. I wore it for Valentine's Day. I wore it for any holiday. Sometimes I just wore it just to wear it. This is my favorite color and I feel like it looks the best on my skin. And I feel like it looks good on dark skin in general. But this is my absolute favorite color by MAC. So people always ask me why I do this after I put on lipstick or lip gloss, and I always go like, I just do that because it helps it dry. I feel like if you just sit there, it's not going to dry as quick. But when I do the thing where like I suck my lips together, it helps dry the lipstick a lot quicker. Because if you see like literally a couple seconds, look, you see how it's drying now? Like literally it's drying while I'm talking to y'all. Like that technique helps my lipstick dry. People say it doesn't work. It works for me. I don't know. I just prefer to do that just so my lipstick will dry. So as y'all can see, I tried to add a little bit of highlight to the top of my lip because I love when the top of my lip is shiny with lipstick, but it doesn't. I can see it, but I wish it was a lot brighter than that. But you can see it a little bit, especially when I have my lip like that. You can see where it's at, but I love that. And that's the finished look, and I hope you guys enjoyed this.